But however, with how aggressively we saw Sushil pushing
Yeah.
in, uh, he's basically trying to say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to let you collect that elixir. uh,
True.
I am going to stop that elixir collection right away. And you notice he threw everything that he had. The miner went in, even though miner died and got pulled away and
Yeah.
activated the king tower, he immediately threw down the poison. He was very, very committed. I think he was a little over committed because instead of a positive elixir trade, he was down elixir.
Yeah.
And what's it called? And this was the reason why we saw such aggression. And normally you want to take advantage of an elixir collector being dropped so early,
Yeah.
because if you don't pressure, then this is an elixir lead that's being pushed
True.
in.
Like when I see an elixir collector drop on the map, I send my hog. Like I just know that he's just wasted 6 elixir, and I'm
Yes.
going to make the most out of it. I also like the way he's played this bandit card in a more defensive way than an aggressive way, which has kind of worked in his favor. So
Yeah.
she really just played a very defensive, and that kind of is working in this whole game's favor. I hope he is able to come back much stronger. But for now, we're just going to head into a short break, and we'll be back really, really soon.
We had a small hiccup with the internet here, which just decided to zonk off randomly. We will be officially filing a complaint against the internet people.
Yes.
However, till then, we have exciting Clash Royale games to take care of, and Bandit finally going down. That Bandit has been pretty good at holding off that push. And Andy, what you need to notice how well these guys place these cards. See
True.
how well that Ice Spirit was placed to distract. Not only move the prince in the other direction, but then
Yeah.
also freezing him at the same time. And again, another show of how to place the cards.
This is
Both
just
of these
brilliant.
cards.
This is just brilliant.
He's been throwing these cards so perfectly that Prashant is actually having a hard time attacking his tower. And now this is going to be a big push, which Abhi has to deal with somehow. And the prince will not be able to charge, but will get few hits off on the Electro Wizard. But look at that. He's able to defend that the tower, the push, everything. Nothing went through. And this is great defense here.
I just love the way Sushil is defending as of now, but it also makes me a little worried that when is he going to get the chance to attack, because the push coming in from Prashant is so strong that it's not really giving time for Sushil to really push ahead.
And so consistent also. You've seen PP actually non-stop dropping the cards right on the bridge. He's not stopping. He's not letting his opponent breathe. He's like, you know, you can defend so well. I'll test your defense. I'll test
True.
your wall. And he's been dropping units non-stop. Finally, actually deciding after that huge commitment, he finally decides to push, throw a unit in the back. He wants to build up a push. And Abhi reacts by dropping a unit on the other side. This is going to be pretty make or break right here, and we're going to see Abhi now attempt to stop this push one more time. Great Ice Spirit, by the way, great Ice Spirit. Poison also dropped down. He actually used an offensive Nado there. He actually used offensive Nado to bring the unit close to him so he could
True.
kill him. So the Electro Wizard was out of range, and PP drops a tornado to bring him close to him so he can punch him in the face. He's like, "Come to me," punch in the face, and that is how Prashant actually was able to take down his opponent. He just kept at it. He non-stop
He's
push,
just
push,
not
push.
stopping, and I think Sushil gotta like maybe just change one card, maybe to make sure that he has an option available for him to kind of push ahead. Otherwise, he's just always going to. I think he needs an Alexa collector more than anything. else.
No, well, actually, the Sushil has a very simple win condition. He wanted to get the minor chip going,
Yeah.
but with so many units knocking at the door, there's no way you're going to be thinking of dropping a minor, a 3 elixir somewhere else. You need to
True.
defend, and that's where PP kind of went ahead and tested his opponent's will. And he kept at it and finally broke down Sushil's defense and was able to get that game. This is 1-1 is the score now. So we're going into game 3 of this best of 5. We've seen few exciting units like the threat card of Balloon. Balloon is something that you don't want to ignore at any time. It's an annoying unit that you have to absolutely deal with.
I like how he's taken an Inferno Dragon. So Prashant is going to be a little safe if he doesn't play that Inferno Dragon until the balloon comes. But I also like the new add-on on his card list. He's added the Magical Archer and the Dark Witch.
Yeah, and the win condition here for PP is straightforward. What you see on the left is his win condition, but Abhi has the right answer for it. He has the zap. He also has the Inferno Dragon to. He exactly zapped the Inferno Dragon. That's exactly what he needed to do, and that's a lot of units right now for Prashant to deal with. Will lose his Inferno Dragon. Both the guys playing very well. Abhi, however, was able to stop that push.
True, and I think he defended this very well, and now he's just got to wait for a right time balloon. I'm thinking he's using his P.E.K.K.A as more of just a defense than an offense, because he knows the giant is totally unmatched as of now. But he's kept the balloon on standby. If he gets the opening, he's going to charge that balloon and mostly take down the tower.
That's exactly what's going to happen. He's now put a balloon on the right hand side, and now he needs to force a reaction out of his opponent, which right now he doesn't have a lot of. He does have a zap. He props the miner also, and they finally get a big, huge hit on the tower, and the miner is still alive, and Inferno Dragon actually chooses to walk away. He's like, I am getting out of here, guys. I have other important things to do. Bringing the tower down to a fairly low health. Inferno Dragon will lock on to the tower there. He will need to zap it, exactly. As I said it,
Oh,
he zaps it away.
unfortunate.
Yes. However, still losing that tower completely.
I think we'll have both the crowns fallen for now, and we do see that Abhi for now going to secure his tower too for his size. It's a very interesting fight over here. I mean, both of them are going pretty much battle on, yeah.
And this is his complete push, by the way. This is his exact complete push. He puts a giant up front, poisons Inferno Dragon. This is his whole push. That this is what the game is all about. And Abhi again lost a lot of health on the tower there, and he's gonna call it good game because that's 162 health left on his tower, and he knows he's gonna lose it with another poison being dropped down any point now. So not sure why he's waiting that extra minute. What is going on? Did he? Okay, yes, he did miss. He oopsed out of this game, and the tower is still alive, which I think Abhi should. I don't want to say it. Abhi should. I'm just saying like he should just give up right now, but still choosing to go on the offensive. The balloon
Oh,
is
the
out. This
zap.
game is looking very interesting. He needs to put the poison down immediately. Yes, he finally drops the poison, bringing that tower down on the left. Unnecessarily close game.
Yeah.
PP had fairly good control over this game. Made that small mistake at the end. However, still makes up for it, because if that balloon would have got another hit on that tower, it would have been game over for him.
Definitely, definitely. And another thing that even at the beginning when he lost his right hand side right tower, Sushil, if he had something else to go against that Inferno other than those bats, I think he would have been able to win this game. But another maybe flying defense, maybe a flying machine card, a baby dragon or something, because bats nowadays they get countered so easily with the zap
Yes.
that I think it was just unfortunate. He lost his whole tower with just one dragon. So
Yes, 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 yes. That was something actually. Production connected me there. Was the fact that it was not Abhi's. Abhi actually didn't use a zap on that Inferno Dragon. He did
Oh.
not have a zap in his rotation, and I was saying without even looking at the card, I was like, hey, he should have a zap for that Inferno Dragon. He
Yeah.
didn't, and hence he lost that tower. And I think that pretty much lost him the game.
True.
Losing that tower was quite a sad thing for him, and his heart just could not recover.
I mean, I would be really upset to lose just because of one big card.
Yeah, just because he didn't have the zap. And I think he had used zap offensively in the previous push, so did not have the zap to stop that Inferno Dragon from offloading. A big rocket coming right off the bat takes out that threat unit of an executioner. So very well placed rocket there. That does require a little bit of precision, by the way, that you definitely don't want to miss that rocket,
That's
because
true. It's a
the
very
AoE of that
expensive
rocket
card.
is fairly small compared to the other spells that we have in this game.
True.
The AoE on the rocket is very small. We see a Hog Rider coming through and immediately activating King Tower. So Prashant seems very confident going into this game, by the way. And Abhi is basically running a low elixir deck where he wants to quickly do a lot of damage to his opponent. But after losing that, after activating the King Tower, this is going to be very, very difficult for him. And also, let's not forget, Prashant has a rocket at the end, and Prashant is running the double knight build. I want to see Abhi double prince build with the giant. I want to see Abhi actually defend this push. I want to see how he's planning to defend against this push. And because this is still not double elixir time, and there's going to be very heavy units coming in from Prashant's side to Abhi's side. So I'm very much interested in seeing how he's planning to close this game. Will we see another NATO? Yes, we did. And look at that. This is what the cool thing about the NATO and the baby dragon is. You pull them all together, do splash damage, just close it. Okay, good. Very well placed. Very well placed.
My worry in both the games, I mean the first and the fourth, is that I don't think Abhi has enough aggressive push coming in from him. Apart from just one card, he seems to be so worried about his defense that I'm not seeing that much of aggression, and that's where I think Prashant is even getting the confidence to keep going aggressive, because he doesn't have to really defend anything.
If you strictly talk about what the primary win condition here for Abhi is, it's the Hog Rider.
Yeah.
However, whenever he's thrown the Hog Rider, there has been a Nado just kind of pushing him away. He's not able to get any chip damage. Look at that. Again, over and over again, we're seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
And his primary win condition is failing. His secondary win condition, he has the Fireball, which he can throw and bring the tower down. However, remember, it's there to assist the initial primary
and
win,
he's not getting
not he's not going to fireball his opponent down to 0 health. That's going to take
That's true.
forever. And on top of that, let's not forget that so much defense that he needs to do. Again, pulled close to the Mega Minion there to take down that unit. Very well done. And I think Abhi is in a lot of trouble, and he's going to potentially lose this game. And it's going to be a 3-1 score for PP.
Astounding to see how Sushil is so precise with his drops and is only lacking the little bit of aggression to kind of finish the game for him. For now, we do see a very nice push coming there from the Hog, but he's just getting pulled back. Meanwhile, the Giant is going to just keep walking towards the tower. MVP Executioner going to be dropped down again. I think the Executioner card is just being played so well by Abhi as of now.
Interesting bit to note right now, look at the damage on the left hand tower compared to what Abhi is facing. Abhi still has more health on his towers compared to his opponent.
True.
So even though the Hog Rider it's working out for him.
Yeah,
right
it
now.
is working out.
And
Slowly but
I
surely.
think this all just will come down to the fact. And notice how the Giant was dropped on the left, and on the right the Hog Rider is immediately dropped.
Yeah.
Because he wants to get the Prince on the other side. He doesn't want a big push being built on the left hand side. And now Abhi, PP actually opting for a big push on the right hand side also. This could spell doom for him. Oh, very nice Nado, bringing them all together. But there's no Executioner stopping this push, and there's 2 Giants on the... I think this is game over. I would like for it to see this push stopped. I don't see any reason how this push is going to be stopped, because both these units are targeting the tower on the right and the big push on the left.
Wow.
This is good game. Very well played by PP there, and I loved how he moved his aggression on both sides to clear out his opponent, because he was just having a lot of trouble. The moment he saw the Giant being placed on one side, a Hog Rider push was coming on the right.
Yeah.
And the reason for this was he's not able to build his big push, which is the Giant and the double Prince behind it. And then he had a baby dragon also. So the Giant goes down, immediately bottom right, you see the Hog Rider coming in. Now PP has to deal with this situation, but he has a great card to deal with it. He just needs one Nado to pull that Hog Rider either towards the King Tower or towards the middle, so both the Princess Tower can target the Hog Rider down. So great play by both of them, by the way. I don't want to say Abhi was able to survive this game for quite some time. He was doing the chip damage, and he had to keep that going. But the Nado single-handedly cost him that game, because the King Tower is activated. That's a lot of DPS, by the way, on the defensive end. Any unit that's made it to the tower is now taking double damage. It's like a double damage rune from Dota 2. And it's just both of them are great players, and we get to see that. And it's just, I don't want to say one player is worse than the other one, or one is better than the other one.
They just have different play styles.
Yes, they have different play styles, and we got to see good Clash Royale today, and that's the main thing. And me as a caster or the analyzer of the game, I get to learn a lot. I get to see how these big pushes are stopped by these great players of Indian Clash Royale. And I would have to say, because of that slight delay that we had due to the internet disconnection, we need to quickly move on to the next game, which is Counter-Strike.
Definitely.
So we'll take a small break, unless you have something to talk about.
With that, we come to an end to Clash Royale for the day. But don't go anywhere, folks. Coming up very shortly is one of your